Well, I think that the women's teams in particular across this tournament have really stepped up and impressed, and the physicality we've seen, the line breaking ability that we've seen. There's been some really close games as well. So looking at this lineup here, you've got Slaughter, who's like fantastic, and then moving over to Elephants, Zoe Healy, I've spoken a lot about. Apparently her mum was listening back home and said that I was saying nice things about her daughter. So I hope I will continue to do that today, because she is absolutely on fire, scoring so many tries. She's a real danger woman, and they really look to utilize her.
Healy is great. And then Cape Town, just want to give a shout out to Monique Coffey. She started for Canada in her first game in Dubai Sevens and looked fantastic. So a PR Sevens product and Rugby 10s product. So amazing to see players from this organization going and doing fantastic things all over the world.
Well, that's the thing. It's a platform because it's got experienced players who have gone and done all of that before. But also it is a platform for being noticed, for getting good experience with international players and then going on and doing it in the international scene themselves. So, yeah, incredible.
So, Kat, you and I still have a chance. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
Let me get stretched. Hold on. Let me get warmed up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Killer comms team will be great. Yeah.
As we just wait for those teams to come out of the tunnel. And if you're new to Rugby 10s, this is not unique. We'll have the men's teams warming up. The girls will be out there. So everybody supports everybody in this equality and this wonderful sport of rugby. And this Rugby 10s really takes it to the next level. And we'll see those teams. They're a family.
Oh, completely. And, the mixed play really highlights that. But, we see the huddles, the men and women together, and they really are backing each other because all the results count. And there is that feeling of on-pitch unity, off-team as well, off-pitch as well. But yeah, equality underpins this whole tournament, and they really do deliver it. It's not just something that you say, it's not token, it's actually they deliver it completely. There was only either the girls or the boys on Wednesday got to play on the main pitch, and actually the girls were the ones that came out, and for so many years it hasn't been that. So I think it's brilliant.
It is. It's a really unique twist on the sport of rugby that we all love. We know we've got lots of new fans out there with the Olympics just absolutely skyrocketing this cool sport forward. And now this one, first women's semifinal. Cape Town Wild Dogs are in that yellow strip, and they're facing off against the Serengeti Elephants in the orange. And this was tight in the first match of the championships. It came down to the last second where the Elephants won it, and Cape Town won. And so this has been really tight. These two franchises have just been trading wins, and it's really going to come down to this huge semifinal right here in front of us.
Oh, massively. It's just all about this next 20 minutes. That's all that matters. Any previous scores, gone. They're out the mind.
Elephants get us started on this beautiful pitch down here in San Juan Capistrano. Wendy Young joined by Kat Merchant. Thank you for watching us on Rugby 10s TV or the Rugby Network. But Cape Town getting right to work here. Penalty, early call there from our referee. Wild Dogs want to go fast. Tempo is the name of the game for them. We will see them play quickly, getting us up to the middle of the pitch there. A little bit of a counter ruck coming in now. Another penalty. 2 in a row. 4 Elephants backing up. Okapara from the All Blues takes this one. Breaking through, still going. She's lethal in the open field. Now her teammates come in to kind of clean this one up. Already deep inside the 22 Elephants. We've seen them have amazing defense this whole tournament, but now to the outside to the flyer. What can she do? Huge hit coming in. And another penalty, 3 in a row for the Elephants. They'll go fast again. Now all the way around to this outside here. Kukataya up to the middle. She's got hands on this left side, lots of room. Now penalty goes the other way, Kat. They'll go fast. Elephants, their first chance of attack.
Yeah, absolutely. You haven't had a chance to breathe for breath there. It's been going so continuously, but a let off there for the Elephants. They'll be relieved because Wild Dogs came at it hard.
Oh, a nice little fend there. There's some space. Sweeper in, but a little chip kick. That's really nice. Well picked up in the middle of the pitch. Perone, we've seen so much from her, but now Cape Town taking over again. Little topsy-turvy first couple of minutes for us. A bounce pass for the Wild Dogs. Now it's picked up by Mataale. And they'll change directions here. Here's that defense now, Elephants. Maybe the little jitters are out. They're getting organized. The orange wall is here. So difficult to break through. Kick over the top. Nice little drop kick there. And now we'll have our first line out of the match for the Elephants.
Yeah, really clever little kick there as well, because it was a short one over the top, which means that there's an ability to chase and potentially get it back, because you can just opt to kick deep and have a chase, but they opted for the shorter one. But so even so far. But look at that beautiful offload. She does so well initially in the contact. She's looking for the offload. It's not there, and then she just fumbles it as she gets brought down to floor.
Time is on.
Throw in for Elephants just over the top, so taken by Cape Town. Trying to hold her up there, a little choke tackle trying to happen. Finally down to the deck. Now around to the middle of the field using some of those bruisers. Mataele again. So strong in contact. Now it's stacked on this side. Lots of choices. They'll bring it to the right. That's Bayfield. Now again, lots of hands out here. See if they can get it out. It just gets choked. It's good defense again. And they get the penalty, Elephants. What work that is.
Oh, fantastic defense there, because Wild Dogs had numbers. They had 3 women out wide, and if they could have got the pass away, Elephants could have been in trouble. But actually, they went really aggressive. They cut that pass off, and they got themselves a turnover. So really great defense from them.
Have to feel like that one more pass is going to be key here.
Yeah, 100%. You can see those defense are in tight. They're within the 15 meters, and there's 2 extra players out in that 15-meter channel for the Wild Dogs. The ball's just been hit near the DJ, so we're just checking that she's all right, she's fine. So play continues.
Elephants with a really good opportunity here. No score in this match yet. It's a better line out from them. They're going to maul this one. It's a quick off the top. Still motoring, slowly moving forward. Now going sideways a bit. They'll pull it out. Now into the hands of the danger woman, Perone. Now all the way to the line. Cape Town have held this one up. Fantastic work there.
Yeah, such a strong runner, but Wild Dogs, you can see 4 of them climbing up off the floor just to get underneath, because now they know that they get to then do the dropout. But the dropout, the danger isn't over, because, you know, they're giving that possession to Elephants. And here's good carry, but look at the defense, getting the bodies underneath, pulling up, but then also sliding underneath, so there's no way that ball can get down.
Well over halfway in this affair. No score still.
Time's on.
Goal line dropout to Cape Town. They're going to push this one deep, very deep, and going to get a bounce for it. But don't worry, it's been picked up by Uma. So fast, but she'll choose to offload this one. Now again, here's her Kenyan teammate. Go out to the edge. There's Healy. Double tackled. Elephants go with a short ball here. It's been pretty quick delivery from them, though, but Cape Town having a good, strong defense themselves. Penalty in from the side. Elephants want to get on with it. All the way to the 5-meter line now, threatening one more time, all the way to the line, diving over. Fantastic score by Sahir Hampton.
She had to score, though, as well, because she had 2 players on her outside that were unmarked. So if you decide you're going to carry and not give the pass, you've got to score. But she absolutely delivered. But relentless there from Elephants, really looking after the ball when they had it. But here's the carry, that passing as well, and then the good that footwork was fantastic. We saw in the men's games earlier how important those passes out of contact. And then Healy, one of my favorites, look how strong she is to stay in from touch there as 2 defenders take her down, and then that step out to in, and then getting under over the line.
Hampton gets him on the board first, a USA capped player. Also plays in the WPL. We'll probably see her in the new women's elite rugby format as well, I would imagine. Young, strong player. Elephants here get us going again. The kick was good, so 7-0, strong lead. But just one try between these two sides that have played each other so often in these global franchises. Okapara will take it up to the line. Looking which way to go, the scrum half now choosing to go to the right side of the field. Tay Tamakai with it. Leg drive good from her, and the penalty now.
Some frustrations there on the pitch from the Wild Dogs.
Not sure what she was looking for. Something more from the referee, maybe.
Yeah, or maybe she was just wanting to go quick, but players around her weren't there. And, you know, they've clearly got a set play because they're numbering up to the left, but maybe they switch it back to the right, but they're going direct.
Right up the pitch, up the middle. That's Bayfield again. Making a name for herself in this first half. Now a bit of space on the outside. Are they going to use it? Long switch coming on. Just dropped to the deck, but stays with Wild Dogs. The ferocious Elephants defense now counter ruck attack, causing the knock on.
Yeah, so just a little bit messy and scrappy over there, and that can happen in, you know, semi-final rugby when it's knockout rugby. You really are, everything's on the line, but Wild Dogs will be happy to keep hold of that because they did do the initial fumble out wide. But the interesting thing for me was how Elephants attacked that breakdown. They really recognized that when Wild Dogs are out there, potentially they're isolated, so they threw their numbers in, and it nearly worked.
Did, and just waiting for the scrum to reset. A couple of new fresh legs coming in. Sapiwa Kue Nyanda, South African player for the Elephants, come in, and then now Sanman's coming in as well, wearing the 15 for Cape Town's fresh legs. First half still 7-0. Elephants lead this one, but Wild Dogs ball in hand. Now the penalty. They're going to go fast, but nah, she was just in front.
Yeah, gotta be from the mark. The referees have been hot and consistent on this the whole time through. Gotta be there.
Go with that set play again. Changing it up a little bit now. Some backdoor passes. Lots of contention at the ruck there. Now another knock on, so Elephants just getting in there twice in a row.
Yeah, they're being really aggressive, and they went for the steal, but and it was a great steal initially. I thought she'd done really well. Get over the ball was strong, but in the rip in action, I think that's where it's just got knocked on. But Wild Dogs not really taking advantage of the possession that they've got so far.
And now Elena Henning in for the Cape Town, wearing number 23, South African, another South African sevens player. Cape Town need to score here. This is the moment. 50 meters out. Can they do this? Nice little gap there on the switch. It's the delayed switch into the hands of Saravele. Going to the line. Got to be just about at that 22-meter line. Cape Town on the hunt here. Elephant defense holding them nicely now, though. They'll keep going to this left side. Another penalty, dangerous tackle. No surprise, we're going to go fast. Want to try to catch that defense off guard. Bayfield, big hit coming in. Going to the left side. There's the gap over the line. First try for the Wild Dogs. Goodness, it took her a second to get it down. But a big try there nonetheless for Cape Town.
It did, didn't it? She saw that gap and carved through it, but when she was over the line, was a little worried she wasn't going to be able to put it down, but she does manage. It'll be great to see. So again, Elephants throwing numbers in that breakdown, but the pick, a really good one, a nice balance running. And then here's the action. So it's not down yet. She fights the elbow through and manages to ground it. So really great score there and making it neck and neck.
And I think that's number 20, Vivian Aragon, with the try. We'll award it to her, and if we'll be corrected by our production booth, no worries. But Cape Town on the board. Conversion as well. We've got a tie match, Cat, halftime here. My goodness.
Oh, yeah, so tight. I mean, well, couldn't be anything closer, but both these teams have come out. They do seem, they've got different styles of play. Elephants have clearly identified that they want to throw numbers into the breakdown, but that has resulted in some handling errors for them. So it'll be interesting to see at halftime what they're saying, whether they need to, maybe they'll ice the breakdowns and then they'll just trust their defense out wide. But yeah, fascinating so far.
Well, Cape Town needed to score there. Elephants were up. They needed that one big, and the conversion just making this one tight as ever. We'll have a big second half coming up for you. We've got a full day of matches. This is our first women's semifinal match. Our coming up next will be the Balkans Honey Badgers versus the San Clemente Rhinos. We just saw the Rhinos men squeak by in their semifinal 12-10. So we've got, that's our first round of the day. We'll have 2 more rounds with some of the girls and men's, boys, women's division finals coming up, and then our franchise finals after that, Kat.
Oh yeah, there's so much to play for, and that, you know, the world first in terms of that mixed final. And let's have a look, I reckon, for that fantastic try again. I think we need to have a look at it.
Let's do it.
So really good. Just that decision making, I think, because and maybe the smart play is knowing the Elephants had been throwing numbers into there, and just an individual effort. She's getting tackled, she's getting twisted in that defense, but she managed really good ball control and control with her body to get that down.
Yeah, I think key control the body there, right? Like the defender's all over you and you're just like, I know I have to touch the grass. You have to get it down.
Yeah, well, we saw in the first half, one of the players spill the ball when she was looking for the offload, because it is, I mean, it's hard ground out there. It's like boiling hot. I know you're from Texas, so for you, you're a bit chilly.
Feels great.
Yeah, but it's hard out there, so they need to definitely control that ball.
We'll have second half coming up for you just a second here. This one tied up 7-7. Elephants scoring first, and then Cape Town pretty much at the buzzer scoring, and both have been converted, so 7-7. They're going to rely on their superstars, both sides. We got a great shot of Healy down here. Hi to Healy's mom, Zoe's mom, hopefully watching. Grandmother, was it? Yeah, watching. Love that everybody's watching online. So this one all to play for here, and of course everything matters today. All the points from all of the games are going to come down to our division and then our franchise awards as well. Our girls and boys are playing over on the other pitch. We're getting updates throughout the day of how those teams are going. Cape Town with the restart. Going to go with a shorter ball here. Contention in the air. Lock on, so scrum advantage to Cape Town. They've managed to get this one back. It's a good second half start for them. Now just a loose pass there, but it should come back and have a scrum to get this second half going.
Yeah, for that knock-on advantage off of the kickstart. But you've seen how important those have been, and I think that it's you know, an area of the game which can be so vital, because if you can win the ball back, or if you can put pressure on to force a knock-on, then you get that ball back.
So Cape Town with the advantage here, slight advantage, and that yellow strip trademark for them. Just needed to get some rosters. Cape Town. Now out to the edge here. Nice, but Healy from behind. Can she get her? There's the tackle at the waist. Just saving that tackle. Now look at that work and the penalty. Beautiful.
Yeah, Elephants have been known for their defense throughout this whole tournament, but it's not just the try-saving tackle, like potentially from Healy, but that speed of reaction for the next player to get over and to hunt for that ball. They are really breakdown focused, and it's working well for them. So look at that tackle. Yeah, from behind, really important one, and then just low body height over, showing everything to the referee, like, look, I've got my hands on this. This has to be holding on.
So now Elephants line out here from the penalty. Their first line out, they lost it over the top, and their second one was much better. So maybe have aligned those stars. And I'm commentators cursed because Wild Dogs have stolen it. Just getting in front. But now another poach attempt by the Elephants, told to hands off by the referee, so they'll go wide with it. Beautiful ball handling skills. They're just simple hands. Now breaking through. Mata LA has just been so dangerous this first game. Key player for them. Now they'll go through the line. Shirking tacklers is our Tea Tamake, and now offsides. They'll go quick again. Tempo has been the name of the game for the Wild Dogs. Now the fend. Beautiful little half gap there. Wild Dogs making good use of the pitch here, eating up the yards. Now going to flip it out to the outside to the danger wingers. Big hit though, driving them backwards. Just a little indecision there, not quite sure where we want to go. Now a little more direct from the Wild Dogs, but that defense from the Elephants. Another penalty.
So before that penalty, I was saying they've just moved them back 20 meters just with that aggressive defense, but you're toying with that line of like being aggressive and then being offside, so they just need to take that half step.
Wild Dogs will reset with this set piece play they have. Tamaki again with a carry. Left side, nice fend there, and the offload to keep it alive. This is looking promising for the Wild Dogs. All the way to the edge. It's into the Flyers' hand. She gets brought down just at the line. We're going to come back for potentially out of maybe into touch or a scrum. I'm not sure here.
Might be forward pass there. I think it's definitely the AR who's come in and fed it into the referee. So it must be maybe knock on, was it, if it's scrum? So
Elephants saved again. Now they'll have to work out of their own end. No score in this second half, 7-7. Very tight semifinal. We didn't expect anything less, though, Kat.
No, not between these teams. And there's been so many close fought games throughout this tournament. That's what makes it so brilliant, because anybody can win on their day. And we've just seen the Rhinos men beat the Badgers, who have been champions 2 years. So, you know, anything can happen.
It can. Short ball, getting out of one tackle and still free. Now releasing to the outside. There's the pass, Healy. Oh, the defender was up. My goodness, there she goes. She's going to pin her ears back. She does have a chaser on the right. Can they reach here? No. One more chaser at the corner. Healy, my goodness, what a score. 80 meters.
And it gives me another opportunity to just talk about how amazing that young woman is. But no, that's what you want, though, in 10s, in 7s and 15s. Doesn't even matter, but you just want your pacey players to be able to have time on the ball, to just give them that half gap. But it's the pass. They opt for the missed pass. They could have gone through the hands. But you're right, defender has flown up, got tiny bit flat-footed, and Healy's got 70 meters still to run this in, and just confidence. I mentioned it in the first 2 days. She doesn't even transfer the ball across because she knows she doesn't need the handoff. She's quick enough. She's going to get there. But yeah, brilliant running.
Oh, big-time players, big-time game. Oh, my goodness. And the conversion from the corner looks to have gone through. My goodness here. We've got a match on our hands.
That's a great kick. A really good nudge, because in games this tight, that it could come down to 2 points. It
Absolutely.
really could, or it could force the opposition to want to try and score in the middle rather than just getting away with it out wide. So, great kick.
Elephants with the advantage here, the slight advantage, 14-7. That kick's going to go a little bit deeper than planned. Wild Dogs will play it out of their own end, though. Some fancy footwork, though. Oh, but a brick wall there. High, though. Ooh, we're going to see some cheese for the first time in this match. We will. Cheese coming out. Yellow card there.
Is that an American thing? Or
I'm trying to make it a thing, Kat.
Okay, right. Okay, I'll back you up with it. All right. Yeah.
We just haven't figured out when it's a red. What kind of cheese is that, right? Like, I mean, there's like a Havarti, maybe. Yeah, we haven't quite coined that one yet.
Okay. What about Baby Bell? That has a red.
There you go. It has a red cover. Yeah, there you go. Let's see here.
So here we're looking. So it is great footwork and ability to break through, but then it's that. It looked a little bit like forearms to the face there looked a little bit, but
yeah, dicey there. Lucky to get away with just a yellow. Maybe we'll call it an orange today. We'll come to a scrum as the choice. We've had a replacement come on for Elephants. Wild Dogs have the ball. The players are a bit wide here, so they can use the whole length of the pitch. Now penalty, though, pulling down in the scrum. A rare call in 10s that go fast. All the way out to the edge. It's into the hands of Savelio. She offloads now. Attack still alive. Into the middle of the pitch. Bayfield offloads. Now some edge space out here. See if the long legs. Yes, gets around the first round of defense. Ooh, thinks about a kick, but holding on. Little dummy kick there. And now going around, finding some more space. Are the Wild Dogs. They've already gone 50 meters now. More space, just end-to-end stuff here. This is gutsy. Again, into the hands of Savelio. Now, still in bounds. It's very tight here. You can see Justin Hill, the AR there with the flag. Now, gone into touch. Defense again for the Elephants, who had the ball.
Yeah, so I think they're going to show. So this is that rangy run, just really good. And I think you're right. I think it was a dummy kick to see what the defense did, but great defense initially to get it to stop, but that doesn't stop her. That step back inside. Great leg drive across as well, but lovely attack from the Wild Dogs there.
That one hurts a bit to not score from that. You went all the way from your own end.
Yeah, and then to just find themselves just scragged into touch. So, but pressure is still on the Elephants here because they're likely to have to kick it back. So Wild Dogs will be looking to get possession. And as you said, lineouts haven't been the cleanest this game. So there is a 50-50 opportunity at stake.
Over the top, but stays there, but not straight. It's going to be the call.
Yeah, and they get back.
So Wild Dogs will take over.
Yeah. Option, sorry, come on.
And as that clock is ticking down, if Wild Dogs can score here, we will go to kicks, 5 each. And those will be from the 22-meter line. But Wild Dogs, big chance here. They must score. A work from the scrum. There is this weak side. You can see the wing cheating over here, just not giving away her cards yet. But free kick, just an over-eager push there maybe. Oh, just not going Wild Dogs' way.
No, so, you know, not putting the ball down and running away with it. So ref gives an extra 10 meters off of that, but it still remains a free kick, so they won't be able to kick for the penalty and for the line. But with the lineouts being as they were, they probably wouldn't pick that option anyway.
Fair, yes, and they'll go quick here. Right up the middle, but met with a big Okapara tackle there. Now the kick coming in, nice little grubber. Makes it a little bit tougher for the fullback, but she slings it up, no problem, into the hands of Willemse, excuse me. Now we do have one player down for the Wild Dogs, taking a huge hit there, covering the face, it looks like. Penalty, Wild Dogs, double whistle. Maybe just be for the injury. I think we're just gonna go time off for the injury.
Time's up.
Yeah, interesting choice from Elephants, because I think if you're going to kick away possession, what you want to do is kick it really, really deep. What you don't want is that you're giving Wild Dogs a ball on the halfway line, right, because they can be so dangerous. So, yeah, I'd rather see them keep ball in hand to play this game out, or if you are going to kick, as deep as possible.
Right. Bayfield taking it right up the gut. Cape Town again with the little dummy, so trickery in the middle there. Good support for the Wild Dogs. Defense coming up, so they'll do the skip pass. It's out to the winger. This is Slaughter. Hand in there. Well, the penalty comes. My goodness, that'll be full time. Would have to think that hand in there maybe had an impact there, but maybe just in the tackle. But Elephants take this one 14-7.
Yeah, what and you can see how much it means to the Elephants as well. They're all on the floor. They're thankful that they are in, but yet what a tight fought game. And you have to say the Elephants really did bring some fantastic rugby there, but the Wild Dogs will be disappointed because, yeah, you did feel it was building and it was close for them there.
Some opportunities left out there for the Wild Dogs. They'll be back, though, later in our day for some of our third and fourth place matches. But coming up next, we'll have the Balkans Honey Badgers taking on the San Clemente Rhinos, and I'm going to pass over to Dallin.